Hey all, Blake here with another video, and inside this package here is something that I think can make all of our lives a lot easier. It's really sleek, it's really awesome, and I can't wait to take a look at this. So let's jump straight into the video. Okay, so first of all, to unbox this guy here, I have just cut open the bag for the convenience of the video, but let's take a look at what I've got in here. This here is something that's really impressive, I think, and a product that clearly a lot of hard work and dedication has gone into. If you're not familiar with these guys, this is called the Jai Changer, and it was developed, funnily enough, by somebody with the first name Jai. Now, Jai got into contact with me recently, and I have to thank, first of all, Jai for providing this to me free of charge. I like to be upfront with you guys about that, but in any case, I was interested in this for a long time. This isn't something that is extremely functional, but kind of ugly, so you got to hide it. This is something that you can proudly present up front. I'll probably hang it right there on the front of the fish rack right here, so that anybody who comes in can sort of say, what is that awesome thing, and how do I get one of those? I especially love this product here because it has been basically developed by an Aussie having a go, and that's what we're all about here on Blake's Aquatics. The Jai Changer comes in many sizes and colors these days, and as you can see here, I've gone for the nice deep blue Jai Changer Mini. Now, some of you might be looking at this and a bit confused about what exactly this is and what it does. So in previous videos when I've spoken about my water change regime, I generally have two things that I use to do my water changes. Here are some mini examples to show you. This guy here is what I use to fill up my tanks. Basically, there's usually a hose connection here at the end and a ball valve. It's all glued together, and then you just turn the ball valve, water, that would be closed. You turn the ball valve, water comes out either of these sides so that we're not disturbing the substrate. Then to drain the tanks, I have this sort of gargantuan thing here, which has a piece that comes off the end to determine how much water you want to change out, and also a cap here so that you can start your siphon. Basically, you suck water up and it fills this chamber, and there's a ball valve here. Whilst these products here that I've kind of come up with are pretty functional, they're pretty ugly, as well as that a lot of people out there just simply don't have the time, energy, expertise, and effort to put together a laundry list of things that you need, have the PVC knowledge to cut and glue it together, and just be able to visualize this in a store. So it can become a bit of an intimidating process, and I do understand that. For that reason, I really love the Jai Changer because all the hard work's been done for it, and you end up with something beautiful, kind of a piece of art that certainly has a lot more aesthetic appeal than these two things here. So the Jai Changer works in a very similar way. You got your hose connection at the end. You got this much more ergonomic ball valve here, which is going to be a lot easier to turn, and it's going to last a long time. You move up and around, this hooks into your aquarium, and then at the end you've got your stainless steel mesh end here. It's full on the bottom there, so once again your substrate isn't going to be blown around, and water basically gently comes out all of these areas when you fill it up. Similarly, your fish aren't going to get sucked in when it comes time to drain it out, which is pretty awesome, and you can rest easy. You don't have to stand around watching it like a hawk, making sure that your favorite guppy fry isn't going to get sucked down. Similarly, if you are thinking, and this is a big downside to my DIY option, if you're thinking, yeah, that's good and all, but I got some real messy fish, and how am I going to do a gravel vac? Well, he has thought of this too. You can see this connection here. Basically, you twist that off, switch it over, bingo. You can hook your gravel vac onto there, and the siphon that is going to be created doing this will also give you a really nice assisted gravel vac, and it's as easy as that. For me personally, I'll probably disconnect these from the zip tie, but I'll keep it on hand because that is super convenient, and yeah, really well thought out idea there. Overall, I just think this is fantastic because it opens up the opportunity to throw away those bucket water changes for good to everybody, not just people with a DIY mindset, not just people who can sort of think and create, and also not just to people who can afford things like automatic water changes. This here, they come in pretty cheap, I think, for what you get, around about the $60, I think one of these jar changer minis costs. So for that price, and consider that you're gonna have it for ages and it's pretty much gonna be able to suit most people's needs. This will do wonders, I think, for people with back problems, carpal tunnel, and other wrist issues that have real trouble carrying buckets. And there's a number of ailments that this jar changer will go to solve. Also, I have to thank Rumble's Fish Room, who mentioned the jar changer in a video, and he did a call out basically for people to tag him in Jai's posts. I just commented in that video that I was also interested and I would be happy to take one too. And I woke up to all these fantastic tags on Jai's post. So thanks to all of you that helped bring this to me, I guess. And yeah, I really appreciate all the tags and effort. And I love this fantastic blue addition to my fish room. Okay, so you've heard my spiel about filling and emptying, and you're still not quite sure exactly how this would work. Basically, what you get here is your hose connection. You get your garden hose, your standard hose, or you can get some clear vinyl tubing if you like. You connect that onto the bottom, making sure that it's nice and firm. At that point, what you would do is go to the other end and suck on it to start a siphon. Or similarly, before you connect this on, you can submerge the entire thing into water, making sure that air is able to escape through there and there. At that point in time, what I would do is close the ball valve and tip it up this way so that all this water in here gets trapped. At that point, you can take your garden hose connection, connect that onto there, and what you'll have is this chamber here will all be full of water. Simply open the tap from that point and you'll have yourself a siphon. Let the tank drain down to your desired level and then go and hook the end of the hose up to your tap. I like to use an indoor tap just because then I can regulate the temperature, and this one here is the one that I see available at my hardware store that I like the best. I prefer it to the ones that sort of friction fit and have a little thing that you tighten up. This one clips in so you know it's never going to burst off on you. This is the one that I actually use in my own house, so I've used it with a lot of success and never had any real dramas. Basically, it just involves unscrewing the inside part of your tap, replacing it with this one, and then this clips on the end. From that point, simply a matter of, once again, turning the ball valve and water will start to flow through and into your tank, filling it up. That's as simple as it gets. There's no manual labor involved at all. And if you've been limited to a few tanks because the buckets are getting a bit heavier and it's all becoming a bit too much work, you'll quickly find that you can actually get a lot more tanks once you have one of these in hand. Maybe that's just me. Overall, I'm super impressed by this jar changer. I recommend anybody go and pick it up. It probably costs just as much money as going to all this effort to find these parts, especially when you include research time, going to the shops time, and assembly time. I definitely think that this is a lot more headache free, and yeah, just overall, I think it's a great idea to support Aussies having a go. I'm so impressed in this, in fact, that I'm thinking for my upcoming 6,000 subscriber milestone, I might even buy one of these from Jai and give it away. I'll have to ask him about international shipping, but I would like to open this up worldwide. If you're interested in this as a giveaway, let me know down below that you would be keen to see this happen. And of course, subscribe to make sure that we get there and to be in the running, I guess. I'll release some further details on that a little bit later, but it's just a thought that I've been having as I've been sitting here doing this video. As I said before, this comes in a variety of sizes and colors, and Jai is a great person to deal with and he will customize it to your needs. So just reach out to him, let him know what you've got going on, and he'll probably attempt his best to help you out. Thanks again to Jai for sending me this jar changer. Hopefully you guys like this video. Hopefully it's encouraged you to look elsewhere other than just the default option of picking up those buckets. I hope it saves a lot of your backs. I hope it saves a lot of your energy, and I hope it just improves your overall experience of keeping fish, because that's what we're all about trying to do here. If you like the video, guys, it really helps me out to smash like, hit subscribe, and all that fun stuff. I'll have all the details for the jar changer down below, and hopefully you like this video. I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.